attending. We're going to record this event since this is an adult event, and we will start our roundtable as we start all of our events with a pledge to the flag. So if you are in uniform, please salute. If you are not in uniform, place your hand over your heart and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two. Okay, we have an agenda, and let's have everyone mute their microphones so we can, unless you're ready to talk. We have a lot to go over today, and we've got a featured presentation. We'll be going over all of our some of our program dates for the next few months, some upcoming events in detail, our training update, and we have a special training presentation that will be given by Michael Devine, our training chair, our council training chair. There's some information about the continuing state law AB 506, the state's youth training requirements and youth leader training requirements, and recruitments for the end of the year, and some questions and answers at the end if you guys have some. Great. Here's our clouds. Our clouds are, please mute your speaker or your microphone. Enter your questions into your chat and we can try to help answer them as we can. If you don't have a chat function, you can raise your hand or wave, draw some attention to yourself in some way, and we'll try to answer your questions. And then we are recording this call. So we're going to get right into our program dates, looking at May. May is already halfway done. Can you believe it? Almost halfway done. We have a Talkwitz work party on the 14th, this Saturday. So for those that have some time available, head on up to Camp Talkwitz, bring your gloves, some work clothes, and they got plenty of work for you guys to do. My son will be out there with the Talkwitz community. They're going up there and helping out. We need to make it look really nice for this year's summer camp. On the 20th is the Order of the Arrows annual and now 10-year anniversary banquet. So those of you that are in OA or are interested, please reserve that date. Go to the website for details. Memorial Day flags, we do that always for Memorial Day weekend and have those set up. Those flags will go out on the 27th. We'll give you some information in a minute. And the Memorial Day family camp, 27th through the 30th. Any one or more of those days are open for family camping at Camp Talkwitz. We'll tell you more about that too. In June, guess what? There's another Talkwitz work party. If you didn't make it to May, you can make it to June. We do need the hands to help out with that. It's good fresh air up there too. NYLT has a couple of weekends in June prior to summer for training of our youth leaders. And then Summer Aquatics starts on June 27th and goes through the 19th of August. In July 10th is our big summer camp month. Starts on the 10th and goes through August 6th. 5 weeks there. August, we always feature Weeblows Weekend in August. Keep an eye out there. It's a weekend earlier than normal. And we'll give you a save the date in a minute. And so let's move on to Memorial Day weekend. Just give us some details about Memorial Day weekend, Victor, if you can give us your microphone.
I'll mute myself.
Yeah.
So we're excited to be having the Memorial Day weekend camp again. This year it's filling up pretty quickly. We have close to between 20 and 30 families already that are scheduled to come out. We're encouraging we're encouraging all families to attend, as well as troops. So if you're a troop that would like to attend, you can sign up as a troop, and we would just pay up to, so the family would go up to 6, and then it would be a per scout after that. So it would be 6 included as a troop, and then per scout after that. So we're encouraging troops to also be able to participate. It's a great opportunity for if you've never seen the camp, to really come out and enjoy it. Sort of a freestyle of participation in different activities. So you can set your schedule as you like. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think the weather is going to be fantastic. It's going to warm up. So look forward to having everybody up there. Some of the activities we're doing: archery, rifle, shotgun, the climbing height venture, nature lodge and hikes, campfire in the bowl, lakefront activities, night hikes, and all that for $36 per family per night. And like Eric said, you can come one night, 2 nights, or all 3 if you like. And you bring your own food, and we will store it for you at night so that the critters don't get into it. And that's it.
Thank you very much, Victor. It's a lot of fun. The Talkwoods community, the summer camp staff will be up there for you, and they will be helping run a lot of these events. So have some fun. There won't be any snow though, sorry. And it might not be as cold as some years. I remember it being really, really cold. Memorial Day flags. I don't know. I don't see Dave Damp on the line.
There's Dave, the other David.
Dave Simon?
Dave Simon is on.
So I can probably help out a bit.
All right. Hey, Dave.
Hello. So this is
Dave.
Yeah, our annual Memorial Day flag placement at Forest Lawn in Cypress. We will gather at 6:30. Try to get there, between 6:30 and 7 a.m. We will actually start at 7, but please be there early because we will have quite a large group and we need to coordinate where everyone's going to be going. The cemetery is extensive, and we want to make sure we get full coverage.
Yeah. So there's a briefing before everyone goes out, right?
Right. So bring a screwdriver, because that's a large old screwdriver that you can stick in the ground, and that way you can put the flag into the hole you've made by the screwdriver. It just makes it so much easier. Obviously, hat, water bottle, sunscreen. It's going to be early in the morning, so it shouldn't be too hot, but we don't know the weather, so be prepared.
Excellent. For details, contact Dave Damp. The information is on the bottom of the screen there. If you don't get it now, you can always go back to our council website and go to the roundtables, and you can look at it afterwards. I think there might also be information on a activities page for this as well. Excellent. All right. Thank you very much, Dave, for covering. Long Beach Sea Base is Chris Macy on the line. No, I don't see him.
He's not on, and I can talk about it.
Okay.
So we have, if you could put up the next slide there. So it starts June 27th, goes for 8 weeks, and it's an exciting camp. A lot of activities for the scouts to do. The Cub program is 2nd grade to 5th grade, and then the Scouts BSA program is a la carte, picking up several different merit badges that will be offered. One key thing that we're looking for right now is if you're interested in working, coming out and working either as a volunteer, a counselor, or as a director with the aquatics camp, you're welcome to apply. We're looking for 14 years of age and plus on the volunteer side. And if you have an aquatics background, that's what we're looking for. So if you're interested in helping out, either as an employee or as a volunteer for the summer, you can contact Chris Macy, and his contact information will be, there it is, Chris Macy at longbeachbsa.org, and he can get you more details on that.
Absolutely. And it's not just the water sports and the water merit badges. They offer a full range of merit badges during summer camp. So look into it, and it's a great way for troops to and the scouts to build their merit badge portfolio, if you will. All right. Camp Talkwoods, that work party I mentioned on Saturday, May 14th, right? So We are trying to get this camp ready for summer camp. All Scouters are invited, troops, packs, individuals, adults, leaders. We got work for you to do. We can clear trails. We got campsites to help. We got repairs to do, building, painting, roofing, carpentry, and mending fences. Depending on your skill level, we will put you where you are most appropriate. There's some road patching. There's a lot of things to do. Joe Warner, our ranger, is spearheading this. And if you have questions about it, you want to let them know that you were going to be coming up, contact Joe. All right.
Eric, also wanted to introduce Gail Watts. She wanted to talk about the commissioner program.
All right. What about the commissioner program, Gail? And you're going to have to unmute yourself.
Is she on?
Found it. Okay,
Oh, you found it.
there, found it. It was hiding in the corner. My name is Gail Watts, and I'm the head commissioner for summer camp this year. And for those who don't know what the commissioners are,
What are the commissioners?
pardon me,
What are the commissioners?
the commissioners are adults who come up and work with the troops. And we traditionally have 4 to 5 commissioners each session, each assigned to one of the areas within the camp, which would be moccasin, the arrowhead, all the different areas. Each one of those locations has 4 troops. And what you would do is that adult, you would work with that troop to make sure that they know where they're going, they get everything they need done, they keep track of our camp. They actually go in and grade the camp. They make all the arrangements for anything that the troops need and make sure that they're okay. And while you're there, you are going to be able to stay in one of our luxurious platform tents, especially for the commissioners who have windows in them and a twin bed and carpet on the floor.
Hey.
And in addition to that, you get to have 3 gourmet meals each, or semi-gourmet meals each day. So you get to go up for free, get to spend time at our beautiful camp and help out the scouts. Right now, I need 4. I need 2 on week 1, 1 on week 2, and 1 on week 3. So if anybody's interested in coming up and helping us and having a great time, because it's really fun. You get to know the kids, you can joke with them and leaders and make friends. You can contact me at my email, which is Gail, spelled Gale John, John, the number 2 at verizon.net.
Okay, great. Victor, if you could put that maybe in the chat, that'd be great. And Gail, what are the requirements for being a counselor? Oh, sorry, commissioner.
The commissioner needs to be enrolled as a Boy Scout, men or women, either way, doesn't matter. Then they have to take the youth protection training for the Boy Scouts, and then you have to take the 506 mandated reporter training through the state, and then be fingerprinted. And then, as usual, you have to present a medical form to show that you're capable and healthy enough to be up there.
Okay, medical form A, B, and C, and minimum age?
18.
Okay, great.
Oh, 18 to 21. Better 21, but you know, if somebody's really mature, 18.
A mature 18-year-old or 21 or over.
Yeah, 21 actually or over. Some special 18-year-old be fine. Yeah, so it's a great time. You have a really good time with the kids, and there you get time off during the day. A lot of the times you don't have anything to do, and you can get together with the other commissioners or whoever you want to in the camp and spend time there. Thing is, you do come in on Saturday and you leave the following Saturday. So you come in Saturday afternoon or evening, and then you go home on Saturday as soon as your troops are all at the camp.
Okay, that's good to know, and sounds very fun. Thank you very much, Gail.
Welcome.
All right. Let's see what else we got going in the summertime. Summertime, we've got Webelos Weekend. Webelos Weekend, save that date. It's a weekend earlier than normal. August 12th through the 14th. Usually it's the third weekend, but it is the second weekend, okay? Cub Scouts, second weekend. This event has capacity of about 80 to 90 Cub Scouts and their parent, or and this event sells out in 2 days. So everyone get the word out. We'll let you know when the registration begins. It'll likely begin next week or in about a week. Registration will open. And so make sure you get your packs coordinated so that they can register and be part of the Webelos weekend. It's a lot of fun. They get to earn a lot of their adventures during that time, that especially adventures that you really don't get to do when you're back at a school or something like that. These are adventure type, outdoor type adventures. So it's a lot of fun. It helps them grow, and they learn the patrol method too. Cabaret. Well, let's go in order. Scoutarama. Scoutarama, we're planning to have an October 1st Scoutarama. Normally it would be June 1st, or the very first weekend in June. We think that we can put a spin on this Scoutarama and make it a recruiting event too, and make it a back to school type of thing where everyone gets really energized for the fall. And so keep that date in mind. October 1st, we'll give you more details about locations, times, and what you can do to participate. This is a huge event for our whole council, and a very festival type atmosphere. Cabaret is October 21st to the 23rd. Joe, did you have anything to mention on that?
Well, we are still working on the venue. Right now, kind of exit.
And he froze. Look, squirrel. There's a squirrel. Yeah, the event details are still being worked out. Please save the date, October 21st to the 23rd. It's a weekend before Halloween.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. We got some training dates coming up. I did mention now NYLT, and I'm going to hand this over to Michael Devine now. We got actually some training that's coming up this weekend too.
You told me I had to speak once. This is now going to be twice. So fine. Yes, we are at the very end of our spring training period, which really starts in January. But we do have some of our most significant trainings coming up. Leader specific training will be at C-Base and is coming up this Saturday. It will be the last time for approximately 5 months where you'll have an opportunity, whether you're a committee member, a den leader, a cub master, a scout master, assistant scout master, a new venturing leader, whatever your position in scouting is, you'll have, well, I won't say all, because actually there's a few we're not going to be able to offer, but we'll be offering the training for your position to learn the fundamentals, the basics. It's one of the bigger pieces in most cases to becoming a trained leader, which I'll be talking about in my presentation later today. So if you are currently a uniformed leader and you are not currently trained for your position, it is a wonderful opportunity this Saturday morning to be at C-Base and to participate with really some really gifted, dedicated people in scouting who have spent 1 or 2 decades in the program, and just for the goodness of their hearts and taking time away from their family and friends, they're there to help you on your scouting journey. So I heartily recommend it. National Youth Leadership Training, that's something I actually led for 2 years, a few years ago, is coming up in June. The pandemic actually broke our string, I think, of 9 or 10 straight summers of offering NYLT. We haven't been able to offer it for the last 2 or 3 summers. Last summer, we did a program with Verdugo Hills Council, and we had a lot of our Long Beach people, adults, get trained. Now, finally, we're back in Long Beach. We're back at Camp Talkwitz, and I do believe there are definitely spaces left. This one definitely fills up. We usually can take about 30 to 35 participants, and those are all going to be scouts under 18 years old. Typically, they're going to be first class. They can be anywhere from 13, I believe, to 17. We also are recruiting youth staff members as well, because we're starting the program up after a couple year absence. Normally, the staff would have to have been on a previous NYLT, but I believe John McGlynn, who's running the course this year, is taking select older Eagle Scouts as well. It is a wonderful, wonderful program. Many of the kids who have come out of it, I personally have known dozens of them, say it really changed their perspective on scouting. It changed their perspective on public speaking. It really changed the things that they wanted to do in life and going to school. It is just that transcendent a program. So I heartily recommend, if your scout is a first class scout or better, is 13 years of age or older, that you seriously consider going to the Long Beach Area Council website and finding more information on NYLT. So finally, we are part of a tri-council with Verdugo Hills and Southern Sierra Council for a Wood Badge program. Wood Badge is an adult training. It is the highest level of training any adult can receive in our program. I'm going to talk about it at length in a few minutes.
Too, right?
So, but I do want to say it's a little later this year. The first weekend, it's 5 days, used to be 6. Now it's only 5 days. The first weekend is September 16th through 18th. That's the only Friday. So if you work full time, that is 1 day you would have to miss. But in October, it's Saturday, Sunday only. So if you can do the program, you'll only miss potentially 1 day of work, and you will get a lifetime of memory and skill sets that you'll take with you, not just in scouting, but everywhere you go.
All right. I'm going to bring you over to your slides.
Oh, this is, oh, it's still me. Oh, yay. Okay.
Yes.
Well, sit back. You know, I have the next hour and a half segment, so I hopefully everybody gets something to drink. If you have to go to the bathroom, please make it quick. We're going to talk a little bit about training in the BSA. So if I could take a look at the next slide. Well, gosh, look at those shining faces.
Yes, sirree.
Yes, so there is our vice chair at the extreme left, Amy McCarty. I think she was a den leader when this picture was taken. The really handsome guy in the kind of next to her, really handsome actually, is me. I was a den leader when I did the Wood Badge program. The 13 or 14-year-old next to me is Dave Simon. Dave, what was your position in scouting when? Actually,
we were all participants. This was
right.
Our first.
But what was your in the troop, or what was your role?
I was a assistant scout master.
See, it's so long ago, you can't even remember. And then the last person was Nancy Schwartz. I just was at her 70th birthday party. She actually was way ahead of us. She was an instructor on this course, and was also, I think, the Los Fierros training chair at the time. The rest of us were basically either ASM or den leaders. That was 11 years ago. And I can tell you, I don't know about Amy. Well, actually, I know a lot about Amy, but I don't know about Amy in particular. I know with me, it took a lot of convincing to have me take this course. I thought I didn't know enough about scouting. I didn't really know anything more than helping with the 8-year-olds at the time. And I was told constantly by people that this would really have a great effect on my ability to learn about scouting and my knowledge, and I really resisted it. And 11 years later, all of us are still in the program. We're still involved in training. We probably collectively I can't quite put a number on it, but maybe between the four of us, it's 10 or 15,000 volunteer hours in that period of time. It actually may be more. I don't know, because there's not a person in that picture, myself included, who ever counts. We just do things. But the point I want to tell you is training is for everyone. From the very first day you start in the program to the fact that you're running a unit, there is always an ability to do more for your scouts, for our youth, for the other adults, by becoming the most skilled you possibly can be, not just for your position, but for our program. And that's really the message of training, is this is about adults helping each other and learn to be the best possible leaders they can be, to give their children the best possible program they can have. Slide, please. So we talked about Wood Badge a little bit. We talked about NYLT. Those are training programs. Those are programs that are conducted either at the council level or beyond, as we said, for youth or for adults. But there are many, many other programs we also do that are on the road to becoming a trained leader, including Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills, which is a weekend just learning the very basics of camping. There is Baloo, which every pack has to have at least one or more members who are Baloo trained to attend if they're going to go on an overnight. It is very similar to outdoor leadership skills, but it's really geared towards cub leaders and the kind of things that they will encounter and they will do as part of their program. And then basic leader training that I talked about a few minutes ago. And this has many, many subsets. There is, for every single role in scouting, there is a basic leader training that will teach you the fundamentals. Imagine if you're a volunteer at school, in your child's school, and it's the very first day, and someone just says, okay, you're a volunteer, stand there. And you don't get any other instruction. Nobody tells you what to do. And people are running around, they're doing stuff, they're all excited, they're laughing with each other, and no one explains what your role is. I don't know, that would be a very good day for me. That would actually make me extremely anxious. And I don't know if I'd ever want to come back again. Well, there are lots of people in scouting. There are lots of adults that when they first get involved in the program, that's how they feel. They look at everybody walking around, they're in their uniforms, they're doing things, they seem really comfortable, and they're wondering how they fit in. And what training does is it can give you that introduction to why those people are doing the things they're doing and how it fits into the program and what the responsibilities are. And suddenly you just feel more included. And that is a huge aspect of adult training, is understanding the program from the adult so you can better help youth and better help the leaders, better help the scout masters, the cub masters, the venturing leaders, because you get an introduction to how the program works. Slide, please. So I cut and pasted this, and it's really, really tiny. So I want you to take a minute, and then I'm going to be quizzing you on it, and we'll be giving out a certificate. No, actually, what that is, I went through a whole bunch of stuff this afternoon and looked at all the requirements of how to be a trained leader. And you know what? They were all out of date. Even one from a couple of years ago are out of date because our program changes. The requirements change. Whether it's what we have to do for YPT or whether what we have to do in terms of becoming a volunteer who's gone through the what do you call 506, that system and fingerprinting, right? Whether it is taking a leader specific course, whether it is taking a required outdoor course, or whether it is doing supplemental courses that can advance your training, they're always evolving and critiqued, even to this year's, which I don't think, Victor, is a requirement, but I know I've taken it already, which is the diversity training, the DEI training, I think it is, which is excellent. Now, what I do want to point out here, because this is really critical, is if you could read that, what it would say is in almost every instance, you have a choice. And the choice is that you can come to a class and you can actually be taught the material by people who have been in the same leader positions that you're in, people that have spent a long time in scouting. So even above, beyond the material, you can ask them the questions, you can tell them about situations, and they'll be able to help you with it. And that's a wonderful thing. And honestly, most people really enjoy it. But in each one of those boxes, there's an or. And you'll see a bunch of line items after those ors, because your choice in almost every instance, with a few outdoor exceptions, is that you don't have to go to a live training if you don't want. You can go online to scouting.org and you can take these trainings on the web. And in most cases, there is, I believe, two distinct advantages. One is that you can take it whenever you want. If you work, long hours and you're sitting there at 10 o'clock at night and you want to knock out a course or a part of a course, you can do it. It's not like you got to be somewhere, Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. But the other one, and I think this is also a big deal, is most of these courses online are divvied up into sections. They might run 15 minutes. They might run 30 minutes. And in many cases, not everyone has the ability to take 3 hours out of their life or 2 hours out of their life to take a training course start to finish nonstop. If you're the kind of person that wants to do the training but always doesn't have a big chunk of time, the online training affords you the option of taking it over time. And the course materials are really good. In the past, honestly, they weren't so great, but I'd say in the last couple of years, they have improved dramatically. One area that we've always struggled with live is YPT training. So we offer YPT training a few times a year because this BSA recommends you take it online, but we offer it live for people that are technically challenged, people that really would feel better having live trainers to talk to. They're all great reasons, but it's a 3.5-hour course. You will take the identical course if you take it online, and it's, I think, 18 segments, maybe it's a few more than that, but you literally, if you have 15 minutes, you can knock part of it out, or 30 minutes, you can knock another part out, and you can take it over a couple days, and it's not a huge block, and a lot of people really prefer that. Okay, next slide. So I want to talk a little bit, because we're all adults here. I hope we're all adults here. I want to talk a little bit about Wood Badge training, especially because this year Long Beach is hosting it. Slide, please. Look at all those happy people.
Yes.
This is really, really cool. So again, Wood Badge is a concept or a word that a lot of people have heard about and not everyone knows a lot about. So you've taken leader-specific training and you've learned how to be a den leader. You've learned sort of what the requirements are. You've learned about how to work with the age group. You've learned about how their progression is and their tasks are. Now you've then taken Baloo training and you've learned a little bit about how stoves and tents work. You've learned a little bit about hiking and safety and campfires and sort of what the BSA policies are, and that's great. But what if you want to know more? What if you want to have your knowledge about scouting go beyond that? What if you're interested in how you make presentations to scouts and scouters and people? What if you're interested in how to resolve conflicts? If you're interested in like helping groups do decision making? What if you're interested in a wide variety of topics that are above and beyond the basics, that not only propel you to be very comfortable with BSA material, but very comfortable in your job, very comfortable in working with groups, very comfortable because it is 5 days, and they're kind of intense, about teaching specific skill sets and getting introduced, not just to the patrol system, but also all the things that as a leader you will come across. I can tell you one thing, if you go to the other slide, please, where you'll see a bunch of really happy people that we forced to be happy for these pictures, is that you will really find yourself going, wow, I cannot believe I learned this much in such a short period of time. And for many of us, it will change how you look at scouting, because you'll no longer feel like, oh, I'm the den leader who just started and I don't really have that much to contribute. Or, oh, I really don't know to talk out of leadership because they've been doing it forever and I haven't. Or, hey, I've always been afraid to get in front of a group of people. I don't care if they're 8 years old or 80 years old. It makes me really, really nervous. But what I've learned through Wood Badge has really helped me overcome that and has made me a lot more confident. So today, I have gently nudged a few people or threatened them who have taken the course and are going to be on staff this year to talk just for 30 seconds each about their Wood Badge experience. So I'd like them to turn their videos on and come forward and just share a quick anecdote about Wood Badge and about why you're still involved after all these years. Amy, David, Eric, Carolyn.
Well,
Okay.
I wasn't expecting to be on camera right now, but I can certainly add my voice to the conversation.
Yes, please.
So I'm Amy, and I first initially took Wood Badge back in 2011. You had my lovely picture up there. I happened to be 7 months pregnant at the time, and I was brand new to Cub Scouting. So if you're wondering if you need to have more experience in the Scouting program before you take Wood Badge, I'm here to let you know the answer is no. You can take Wood Badge right away. In fact, a lot of people, their comments after they've taken the course have always been, I wish I would have taken it sooner. And when I went, it was a really great experience for me. It was probably the most fun I think that I've had in all my years of scouting. Just learning and enjoying the process of it. Yeah, you get a lot of networking opportunities. You get to see what other people do from different councils, from different levels of scouting. And it's just it's a really fantastic program. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, Daysime, Amy took all your time. I really apologize. Who else has something to say real quick?
This is Carolyn Forrester from Southern Sierra Council. And I really recommend it. I took it in 2011 myself, and I always wanted to get back into it. I also took organizational leadership as my bachelor's degree just prior to the course. And leadership is just everything you need in your life. It is the life skill. That's the new mantra of the BSA, and I totally heartily agree. Just being in scouting has given me a lot more confidence, been able to speak in front of a group just like Michael was describing. And Wood Badge just pulled it all together. It's like, wow, I've been in the program for a while, but I really didn't understand everything about it. So I recommend it. We're going to try to get a couple more people to come this year, and I'm real excited about it.
Wow, that was excellent, Carolyn. That was like way better than Amy. That was good. All right, one more, just one more.
Anybody going once, going twice? And otherwise, it's me.
Okay.
All right. This will be my second year on staff as a Wood Badge on staffer. And I went through Wood Badge in 2018, I think, maybe it was 16. And the wealth of information that you receive during those 5 days, it was 6 for me, is incredible. The types of life skills, the type of teaching skills, the type of leading skills that you get, I use every day in my workplace. I use on my kids. It makes my communication with my spouse better because you can communicate better that way. And so it's so worth it. It is nationally acclaimed. It's the same course material that you will receive if you were to go get paid by your work and get sent to a leadership classes. So I know a lot of people on this call may have already been through Wood Badge, but please get the word out. If you had that good experience, spread the word and have other people sign up for Wood Badge.
Yeah, Thank you, Eric. That was excellent. That was excellent with everybody. I am the course director this year after 11 years of Wood Badge and NYLT. It's my last go round. My son is now no longer in scouting. He's a junior up in Westwood, and I'm still here, honestly, for nothing more than the love of teaching people. That's the reason I'm still around. And also, I still feel very strongly, and everyone that you listen to feels incredibly strongly about contributing as much as we can to make our program in Long Beach the best program possible for our kids. So definitely consider it. Okay, moving on. There are definitely also additional trainings. There's climbing, there is first aid, there's CPR training, and then Trainer's Edge, which is advanced training. Let's talk a little bit about CPR and climbing just super briefly. So this is like the best part of training, right? Is like someone says, well, I don't know why, I'm doing fine. Why should I get involved in training? I don't understand. Well, I don't know. How do you feel about your like Weeblo one scrambling up 300 feet on rocks with supervision by nobody actually has been trained in climbing and really truly knows what's safe or not safe? That would freaking terrify me. And in fact, it does. So you know what? People just like you spend hundreds of hours becoming instructed and certified, volunteers just like you who don't get paid a dime, to become climbing instructors so that they can make sure that your kids are safe. And there's only one thing that they ask, is that some of you become climbing instructors. So as they get older or they get whatever, or their kids age out, we don't have to cancel these kind of events because we don't have the trainers on hand. It's not for everybody. I'm not a climber. I already know I'm not a climber, but I also know there's a lot of people out there that are. CPR, you know, one of the most amazing things we do in our program here in Long Beach is we train our youth how to become certified lifeguards. And now we do that internally. We do the whole program internally because we actually have a CPR training program on top of the lifeguard program. What an amazing thing that is, and what a gift it is to our youth and our community. But if we don't have trainers to do it, we can't offer the program. And so there has to be something for all of us where you can step up and you can say, you know what, I'm kind of interested in that. Let me find out about it. And if it's not for you, no harm done. It's okay. It's fine. Things aren't for everybody. But that ability to step up and try is everything in scouting. Last thing I want to say on additional trainings, merit badge counseling orientation. So probably of all the things I've ever done in scouting, including all Wood Badge, NYLT, and everything else, I absolutely love being a merit badge counselor. I think that experience with kids is the coolest thing ever. And those interactions are amazing. So in Long Beach, we do ask one thing. After you fill out a separate application and you go through a screening, and you kind of decide the things that you want to do, we ask that you take merit badge counselor orientation, which is a one-time class where we tell you all about your responsibilities and the things you need to know to be a safe and effective merit badge counselor. And there's a lot of things involving YPT, for instance, that are slightly different when you're a merit badge counselor, and you have to understand the situations and nuances that you have to make sure you don't get into. It is a absolutely completely necessary course, but I guarantee you once you get in, you'll be in merit badge counseling for the rest of your journey in scouting. It is just that much fun. Slide. We also, our adult trainers also get involved in things that, as we said, that involve our youth, and we help train our youth. NYLT is certainly one of them. The CPR lifeguard training is another. We also have a really important one, Den Chief training, that basically takes our scouts and trains them to go back into the Cub program and really be mentors. And I had Den Chief when I was in the Weeblo years, and I can tell you, for all the blood, sweat, and tears I went to being the greatest leader possible for my Weeblos, freaking 13-year-old shows up and they all just stop and stare at that kid and will do whatever he says. There is nothing more engaging than a first year or second year boy or girl scout who actually comes back to Cubs, and just, it really is an amazing experience, not just for the Cubs, but actually for the Den Chiefs as well. And after years of not offering their training, we're back to offering the training typically twice a year, and getting kids from all different troops and units into the Den Chief program, which really helps retain not just the Cub Scouts, but those Den Chiefs as well. Slide.
Yeah. Very good. There we go.
There you go. Well,
Thank you
you very much for listening. Really appreciate it. And any questions on training, I don't think any came up. We're happy to we're happy to answer, any one of us here, because we're just sick with training committee people.
So very good. Can always use some more trainers.
Excellent.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to wrap up with some last minute information about AB 506. Victor?
Yeah, so the new state law that went into effect on January 1st, we have our deadlines coming up. June 1st is our drop dead deadline for all volunteers to have completed the training and the fingerprints. If you have not done either one, you still have time. You can do there's off the training website, there's a link there for AB 506, and you're able to go in and do complete the training, the volunteer training. And if you need somebody to do your fingerprinting, we do have somebody that we work with. It's a mobile live scan service. They will come to you. She will come to, her name is Lisa Payne. She'll come to you. You can make arrangements. You can come to your unit and scan as many volunteers as you have. She can come to your home. You make arrangements with her, and she will come. She'll go there to live scan your fingerprint. So please, spread the word out. We've been sending out information on who has and who has not completed certain trainings. So share the word. Make sure that all your leaders have completed this training, because it is important and it is required by state law.
Thank you very much. It's a great service to be able to call for a mobile live scan. It would be otherwise very difficult to try to find a time and a place to go for that. So great. Thank you very much. Talking about recruitment.
So it's still, I wanted to share and say thank you to all the volunteers out there. We've had probably one of the best recruiting periods that I've seen as long as I've been in scouting. The percentage of kids that are joining and the interest level is really phenomenal. We've recruited over 100 kids in the first quarter of the year. We are on track to finish out where we ended the year, maybe by next month, and actually have growth this year, probably for the first time in a very, very long time. And there's a lot of families out there that are very interested in joining scouting. So we're encouraging the units to continue to do what they're doing, pass out information. I know we have flyers for you to be able to pass out in front of schools. We have digital flyers to put out into the Peach Jar system, which is what LBAC does. They don't allow us to pass out the flyers in the schools anymore. We have yard signs, we have banners. We have, we want you to share the information through, if there's a school newsletter that you can put the information out of, make those PTA connections and get those parents involved. They always are advocates of us being involved in the school. If there's a marquee at the school that would allow us to put information on scouting, we're encouraging you to do all of that. Plan an end of year event. There's a lot of times units will start doing their planning out for summer activities. Invite all those families that are looking for things to do during the summer, and scouting is just another exciting opportunity for them to involve their children. We also have these certificate of achievements for our brand new Lion Cubs. So these would be the scouts that are finishing up their pre-K and about to go into kindergarten in the fall, so they can actually start to participate in your programs and start to create their dens over the summer. So we've created the certificate of achievement for, if you wanted to, we can print them for you. You can take them to the classrooms. If you know any of the pre-K areas, or maybe you have a son or daughter that's in pre-K and pass it out to their friends. It's a great opportunity to congratulate them on their achievement, but also an opportunity for us to share that they're now eligible to come into scouting. So we're excited about it. I think recruitment is going to be huge this year. We thank you guys for all the hard work that you're doing as far as the recruitment trail goes. Don't forget to update your Scout Me In pins. Make sure we have current information on there so that when a parent is looking for information, that they're reaching out to the correct person. Also, if we follow up, if we send you a lead, please follow up with them. Out of courtesy, it's important that we connect with those parents, because if nobody follows up with them, they lose interest within a very short period of time. So strike while the iron's hot. Please get the information to those new parents that are really wanting to join at this time. And there's plenty of room for scouting for everyone. And I think it's an exciting time.
Yeah.
And camp cards, we're wrapping up the camp card program. We've had a fantastic spring with camp card sales. There's a picture there of Pack 21. I want to profile and give them kudos because they sold out all their cards. They went and they had sales in front of Smart and Final. The Smart and Final within their community let them put a booth out there, and they sold out all their cards over some weekends. And it was exciting. The kids had a great time. They learned a lot of valuable things. So just remember that we still have 3 weeks left of camp cards. The reconcile period is now, but if you're still selling, you have 3 weeks left. The first week of June is when the payments are due. So encourage everybody out there who still has camp cards to go out and sell them. If you need more camp cards, we do have some camp cards left over. So just contact me and we'll put you in, we'll give you some camp cards and get you out there to sell. And again, thank you to all those units who participated. You're making a difference in providing program for your scouts, and also encouraging them to that a scout earns his own way. And we also have some great gift cards for them through Amazon, or a gift program. So if you're still interested in getting involved with the camp card program, contact me.
There still is time.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Office in the shop has normal hours Monday through Friday, except for Memorial Day, the 30th. They will be closed for the 30th. And so you can still do online orders too, our call-in orders. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to
Yes.
order ahead of time and then come by quickly and pick it up. So we can do that too. Any questions, call Sandy. There's her number and her contact information. Of course, it's on the website too. Okay, that about wraps up our roundtable meeting for this evening. If you have any questions right now, now's the time to ask them, either in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. Any comments that you want to make at this time? I know a lot of people have other programs that they're involved in as well. There may be something that they want to talk about or announce. I'd be happy to give you the time for that too.
There's a question from the chat from Brian Cosell, is asking how long is the training this Saturday?
Brian, which one are you interested in? Like they all are slightly different.
I figured that'd be the answer. I'd love to. I'm the current pack leader, and I'd love to go through that training program.
So you're the Cub Master?
Cub Master, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's about 3 hours. Amy McCarty is actually going to be involved in that training, but she's not responding to any of my messages. So I don't know. She's very hard. She's very, very hard to work with.
Very, very busy. So generally speaking, it's the morning.
But it's no more than that, Brian. It's no more than 3 hours.
It's yeah. Generally speaking, it's 8 to 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but I think the Cubs ones all hit that 3 hour mark. Okay. And yeah, and again, it won't be offered again for months, so it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll be there. I might have to dip out a little early just to take a call. I have a board meeting at 10 that I have to dial into, but we'll figure it out because I'd love to participate, even if I can't complete it. Some's better than nothing.
Contact Amy, and then she'll talk to you about that.
Yeah. Well, she's here and just not responding, so I'm gonna text her.
Okay. We'll let her know that
I'm
you're.
here. I'm just listening.
You were so not here. Oh my God.
Yes, I am. No, I would be very happy to have you, Brian, come join us on Saturday. And I did put my email in the chat. It is
Oh.
LBACtraining@gmail.com. So yeah,
Thank
reach
you,
out to me
Amy.
if you have any questions.
All right.
I will do, and I will see you Saturday morning.
Sounds
Awesome.
great.
And as you
All
can
right.
see, the trainers have no fun whatsoever. We're very serious. We're a very
Real
serious
dull
group.
bunch, you know.
No, not so much. Never adult.
I'm
moment
sure
there.
we're all multitasking. I'm looking for group campsites at the same time.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. Cool.
Very good. Email's right there in the chat. It's actually on the screen now too. Okay. Very good. All right. Anyone else? Otherwise, I would wish you all well this rest of the week and the rest of the month with your units and your scouting programs and your scouting experience.